There is a pathway to blessings, and that pathway also leads to curses. There is a pathway that leads to opportunity. That same pathway can lead to destruction. I see a pathway that leads to uncommon favor, and I see the same pathway can lead to disaster. This is Tree Abundance, coming to you on the 24th of July, 2023, from the continent of Africa. It is 21 minutes to the hour of 7 in the morning. Tiashan, I am drawing your attention to spiritual things, because what we're doing is not physical. A lot of you are still operating on the physical level, which means you are still suggesting and gravitating and controlled by your physical emotions, your physical expectations, your physical liabilities. That is where a lot of us still are intact. We have not yet gone into the realm where all things are possible if we believe, if we unite. And so we are still looking for an elevator effect to get the coin to 15,000. We are still looking for a hype, a high, an instant moment to get the coin where it should be. Tiashans, what I am seeing in TAC community, we have to change our mindsets. We have to elevate the conversation. We have to elevate the expectations. We are on a journey of the greatest acquirement of any community on earth. We, once achieve our goal, will be the pace setter of financiers, the lead in the economic industries. And the conversation that I am seeing in the forum tells me that this mindset ain't going anywhere. We have not yet matured to a level where the conversation is now elevated. We are still operating below average. And that is why I believe some Tiashans are very intolerant of that attitude and mindset. And I cannot blame them. Where we are now, some of the thoughts and suggestions that are being made in the forum, it's like child's play. You're still rolling over in your crib. It's child's play. We're talking about an opportunity that we have before us, the greatest transformation of wealth that is in our possession. And we are still having childish conversation. We are still rolling over in diapers in our pursuit to be the leader in the industry. Is it that's the way millionaires are made? Non-focus, cannot be specific, not paying attention, cannot lift the conversation to another level, operating below average but expect excellence. Is that how we're going to become that which we should? I'm asking the Tiashin this morning. And so I am encouraging all of us. Sometimes you need to speak to persons outside of the forum before you come inside the forum. Get educated outside. If you don't want to follow what is happening, please get information from the person who brought you in, or you contact the admin privately. And so this morning, what is trending is the journey between Egypt and the Red Sea. That's what is trending. The journey between Egypt and the Red Sea. And so because a people were not focused, because they were not meaningful, because they believed not in the mission and the vision that was given to them by the infinite through Moses, because they were looking for another system, another way to achieve what they thought was best for them, because that's what it is. And that's what can cripple our future. We like to use that which we know. We like to use that which we are comfortable. We like to use our experience and our present circumstances and achievement to go beyond that which we have never gotten. It will not work. It will not work. Anyone that achieves things that he or she has not in her life had to do something different. Risk must be taken. You cannot repeat the same and get another result. And so, for some of us, we will have to leave our place of birth, like Mr. Abundance has done several times. You cannot remain where you are, in the circles where you are, in the environment where you are, and achieve certain things that you have never done. It will not happen. It calls for disruption. It calls for a different mindset. It calls for a different input. And so the wanderers through the wilderness, everything distracted them. A pin drop, they had to pick it up. A spoon drop, they got to pick it up. A cup drop, they got to pick it up. Somebody vomit, they got to pick it up. Everything distracted them because they were not meaningful. It's not me. It's in the Bible. The Bible did not give you all the details of what transpired, why 80% never entered. But I am filling in the blank spaces so that you can understand that you are no different. What am I saying? As much that this road or the vehicle that we're in is one of blessing, it can also be one of curse. Isn't that what happened to the children of Israel on their way to abundance? 80% never entered. 80% never really believed, but they were going. They were going, but they did not believe. It's not the same thing in the Tiashan community. Are you any different? Are you any different? You're no different. When you look at the disciples' story, a lot of us say, oh, we would have been different, but we have seen everything. We have read Genesis to Revelation. We have seen all the parables and all the ups and downs and the mistakes that were made. Are we any different today? Are we any wiser today? Are our decisions any better today? And so I am saying again, as your humble servant that is leading this mission, it is a mission of glorified financial, economic wealth. But it can also be a mission of great titanic disruption and disaster if you do not handle it well. And so I say to the house of Tiashan, let us not be in front of the greatest transformation of wealth. Let us not be, as it is now, the leader of the crypto industry on our road to enormous wealth, and through ignorance, through selfishness, through greed, through disunity, we abort or capsize this mission, because it can happen. Any blessing that is pronounced from the infinite always comes with condition. It's not a must that it has to happen. There are always conditions. This is no different. Move from the physical for once. That is our problem. Our physical reality is our biggest problem. But I paraphrase it in the proverb that says, our greatest barrier to our success, especially a people of color, is a conditioned mindset. We have to recondition our mind. We have to recondition our mind, because we have now become dependent upon everybody and the system. That's where we are. We are at a dependency crisis. Everybody is looking for something from somebody. Yes. And so I say to you this morning, let us be wise. This is Chief Abundance.